E2 here, embodied and empowered. So I shifted up the E3 a little bit to E2. For now, of course, the ecstasy is always there, but I'm focusing more on the embodiment and empowerment, grounding energies. So I guess this is another pain video. So it's a beautiful practice. It's interesting to explore. Can the mind and the consciousness actually experience pain? I mean, I feel it in the body, but the consciousness and my mind doesn't feel what the body is feeling. It's connected to the body and it's aware of what the body is feeling. But, so I'm trying to stay connected to both realms. The realm that cannot be touched by pain, and also the realm that is touched by pain. So it's another coffee enema video too. I mean, it's like non-stop for 13 months, the pain, the challenges. I mean, there are little moments where the pain is less, which I'm grateful for. So I'm doing my best to bear my own cross, you could say. Take full responsibility for the reality that I co-created with Great Spirit. And at the same time, on the 3D human level, I am praying and humbly asking Great Spirit, Emmanuel, and God to release the pain, to help me release the pain. Yeah, I know I have to do different practices and let go of the pain, let go of any erroneous thoughts, beliefs, energies that are not in alignment with my highest vibration. But sometimes we need help. So I'm praying for help. So, yeah, there's a lot of pain in the head and the left side of the body, but then it's also like deep mindfulness practices. For example, it's like I'm seeing a functional medicine doctor and he's amazing, and well, I was going to say tomorrow. It's like 4 a.m. now, so which day is it? Yesterday or tomorrow right now? But I guess you could say tomorrow I'm going to see my functional medicine doctor for amazing treatments of pulsed electromagnetic frequency table, biocharger, ionic foot baths, field controlled therapy, which is like I think it's like an advanced homeopathy, or it is a form of homeopathy, or it's different but similar to homeopathy. I've been doing that for a while with him and it's really helpful. But also I scheduled hyperbaric oxygen before, so it's like my body, there's so much pain and it's tired, so I have to be mindful of it. It's the hyperbaric oxygen chamber. It's amazing. It brings oxygen into the body, helps relieve inflammation, helps the body detox, helps so much. So I'm just trying to tune in to see, like, is it safe with how I'm feeling, or is it too much? Because it's kind of like a workout for the heart and the lungs and the whole body. When you're under the pressure, it's a little bit harder to breathe for the lungs. So it's a little bit of a, well, it's easy to breathe in the hyperbaric chamber, but there's more pressure for the lungs to expand, so that it requires a little bit more effort. So I guess it is a little harder to breathe, but when I'm in there, it's like it feels great. But I just have to be mindful because the body's been under a lot of stress recently. So but then it could be, I could feel great doing it. So I have to just meditate on that before I make a decision. Yeah, it's a constant awareness practice of what is needed, what's good pain, what's bad pain. When to challenge myself and push through the pain, when to not push through the pain. So, and then there are also the normal human challenges that we're all going through that I have to be present with. So it's an amazing opportunity to face pain and face death every single day, sometimes all day long. So like I've said many times, I'm trying to take responsibility for all areas of my life, my health, my happiness, my mind, my body, my finances, everything. My you could say my responsibility to help other people with the positive energies that God has given me. I think this is helping. Just trying to relax. And also the dreams in my heart, which are very much alive. It's like being present with death and rebirth at the same exact time. For me, this is not just a theory, but something I'm feeling and experiencing every day, all day. It's hard to say, we're all different, but a lot of people, if they were feeling the pain and what I'm feeling right now in the body, they'd go to the emergency room immediately. But yeah, it's just what I'm experiencing, and I'm praying that my experience can bring positive energy to my own life and my sphere of influence and many, many people. But sometimes I have to, like, it's not me I'm not the one who's doing anything. It's like, I feel like God is working through me, and whatever God's plan is will happen. So I have to just be humble and trust and relax and breathe and trust that God is gonna handle everything. And whatever that is, Now that doesn't mean disconnecting and zoning out and being completely passive, but for me, it means that there is a higher plan. And it's a beautiful practice like I say, it's like taking responsibility for my inner dialogue, for my whatever I have control over, making the highest frequency choices as much as possible. And then kind of just letting go and trusting that a higher energy will well, the highest energy is guiding every step, maybe even this moment, and making this video as part of God's plan. But it would be nice to get out of pain. I suppose I could do the painkillers now. Use the painkiller tonight, actually. Just thinking about the hyperbaric chamber, and because see, like it, from my understanding, it magnifies, or I don't know if this is exact science, but if I took, for example, 1 milligram of the painkiller, it would almost be like my body is taking 2 milligrams of the painkiller. So it, because the body can absorb more of it, I think that's how it works in the hyperbaric chamber. Actually, maybe I should just take a small amount of it. And yeah, I think I should do that. So yeah, I keep on saying the same thing over again, but I'm trying to work in many different realms. It's like, I wish I could just sometimes like rest and but sometimes I have to make efforts. So thank you for being present with me, and I'm hoping that we can support each other's journey energetically. I guess you could say that's the only thing that is real, the energy underlying everything, and the void underlying everything. Those two things are connected. Shift things a little bit. So yeah, it's like I'm trying to find a good spot for the camera. Yeah, I want a stable camera too, and everything set up properly. Nice lighting, camera angles. Yeah, that'll be awesome. But as I'm fighting with love for my life, I am not focusing on those things. Good. So now I'm relaxing as the coffee goes through my bowels, or whatever you want to call them, and trusting that the coffee enema will support, even if it's just a little bit, it'll support release of pain and inflammation. Hope you're not getting nauseous watching this video. So why am I making these videos? Because I'm on a journey, and I'm even if no one watches these videos, I'm putting out the energy of connecting with truth and with presence. And I believe that we can put out energy and it will have an impact even if no one sees it. So that's one reason. And then also I'm trusting that people will see these videos, and I'm trusting that even one person will benefit from it. So if all of my pain and challenges benefits at least one person, that's a good thing. And then also, on a deep level, I'm trusting I will fully heal and recover. So it'll be kind of cool to document the journey for myself and so other people can see. And then also, oh man, making these videos is a practice at staying connected with truth, my truth, which we all have our expressions of the truth. And it's important to be aware of both our subjective truth and doing our best to be present with objective truth. So I have my subjective truth right now of what's happening, and there's a bigger objective truth of that I'm probably not even aware of. But this is helpful for my energy to actually share what's happening in real time. One reason being is for many years I would always wait until tomorrow, or feel like I'm not good enough, or the story is not complete, or well, not the story's not complete, but there's always an energy of like, I'm in survival mode, it's hard to create, and other negative limiting beliefs and stories, or feeling like I need to perfect something first and then share it. But what I'm doing is sharing in real time, not knowing what the future holds. But I'm trying to practice having faith, if that makes sense. So for me, it's definitely a practice. I wish I could say I am strong all the time. I'm connected with my unique vibration all the time. And it's effortless, but sometimes it's effortful. Just gotta make adjustments in my body. If you've never done enemas, it's a beautiful practice to explore. Any self-healing practice is beautiful to explore. It's very empowering. Because there are different ways to do different self-healing practices. So it's cool that you could do the practice and you find out exactly how it works for you. So my practice right now is facing pain, facing death, facing the unknown. And I feel like a lot of us can relate. And that's another reason why I want to share my journey. You could say it's just a story, just a journey, but all of our lives are meaningful, I believe. We're all connected on the higher realms. These are the realms we're moving into. We're grounding down into the earth, which will allow us to experience higher frequencies of love, of unity consciousness, of collective support for each other, of miracles. And this is challenging. As a collective, we are also releasing old negative energies that have been here for many, many generations. So, trying to do my part in transmuting the energies into something beautiful. Sometimes I have to tell myself, well, whether it's in this body or the next body, I'm going to follow my dreams and just stay committed to that, because sometimes I don't know how long I'll be in this particular body. So I don't want to tell myself, well, I might have a limited time here, so I might not be able to manifest my heart's dreams. So it feels better for me to just focus on my heart's dreams, no matter what. And they might take a different form than I expect, but following that energy of those dreams that have been here in my heart since I was a child. My highest prayer is that I stay in this body, this specific body, because this body has helped me so much. So my prayer is to be in this body, fully healed, fully recovering, and my dreams manifesting in this lifetime. And at the same time, if God has a different plan, then I humbly accept. So it is a practice, isn't it? What's God's plan? What's my plan? Are they in alignment? My prayer is that my plan is in alignment with Emmanuel and God, and all of the dreams in my heart are in alignment with God's dreams and God's heart. It's kind of ridiculous to talk about this. It's kind of beyond words, but so these are some of my practices, and I'm happy to share them with you all day long. It's like I get to recover, physically heal the body. That alone is just a whole practice. Physical therapy. Like, besides the fact that my body's been out of shape for the past 13 months with all these head surgeries and radiation, chemo, seizures, just the fact that I'm out of shape is a whole practice. Getting back into shape safely. Did like a 20-minute yoga class I taught online. I was just sitting the whole time, and then doing the most gentle seated yoga class ever. And even that caused extreme pain the next day. So, but if I do nothing, then the body won't build up strength. And that's besides the pain from the inflammation in the head, the tumor, the left side of the body, slight paralysis, neuropathy feeling. So, trying to manage all of this. It's another shift in body position. I'm sorry that this is... I know, maybe I'm not sorry. One of my friends, Omnilove, would say, don't be sorry, be starry. So I'm starry. So, yeah, well, graphic content, I guess you could say. So, yeah. This is just too much. It doesn't even matter. I mean, was YouTube going to take the video down? That's the sound of a bowel movement. So, well, either way, documenting my journey. I've been doing these embodiment and empowerment workshops. It was E3, embodied, empowered, and ecstatic. But I've shifted it to embodied and empowered. I am embodied. I am empowered. And then grounding that energy. So I'm going to put the camera here. It's such an interesting practice because being in such pain and challenges, it's like carpe diem, you could say. Like, yeah, maybe you're like, this is gross, but okay, I got brain cancer, extreme pain, and so deal with it. Kind of, you know? It's like, but I try not to take advantage of this situation because it would be easy to. So I could say, oh, you have brain cancer, you know, and then make excuses for things. But no, I'm trying to just be a human and like the pain and the brain cancer, I'm lucky that I'm not using it as excuse for those things I do have control over. If you get what I'm trying to say. Like, I have control over my emotions, my mind, most of the time. And so just because I have brain cancer or extreme pain and challenges, that doesn't mean that the other areas of my life, like, I guess it's hard to describe. Basically, like, what do I have control over? And if I have control over that, then it's my responsibility to maintain control over that. And so trying to not use this as an excuse for not taking control over those things. Like my thoughts, my emotions, my choices, those things I do have control over, trying to make the highest frequency choice possible. So yeah, this is a very interesting YouTube video. I'm well aware of that. But like I said, I'm doing these because if just one person benefits, then that's worth it for me. So, and yeah, like, it's a balance and a practice of going from one thing to the other, like laying down in bed and resting and just sleeping as deeply as I can. Last night I slept a little bit better than I have in a while, which was awesome. But 2 nights ago, but this past night was hard. So yeah, it's a balance of like extreme self-care, but then also I have to, it's like, well, extreme rest, but then also extreme like strength and taking action to heal. And sometimes that means letting go. Sometimes that means pushing through a little bit, if that's the highest thing to do, the highest benefit I'll receive. So if you're still watching this video, I'm praying that my experience can bring positive energy to you. And maybe some of the principles and practices I'm sharing you can apply to your own life. I can't wait till I can actually create more, and you could say do more. Because I'm doing really deep inner practices now in the middle of extreme pain, physical limitations. So, like, imagine when the body heals, then the merging of these deep inner mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic practices merging with the healthy body. I'm just gonna take off to beautiful places. So I'm just trying to be humble and patient, and also strong and impatient, like not waiting till tomorrow to heal as best as I can, not waiting until anything changes to be myself. So with that being said, I'm going to finish this video. Oh, and the E3 will come back after the next and 5th head surgery, which will be, I don't know when. I'm going to have an MRI this week and then just see what the status of everything is. But the surgery could be in 2 months or more. I have no idea. They have to put a new plate and section of my skull back in my head. So until then, I am embodied. I am empowered. And then after the surgery, it will be E3. I am embodied. I am empowered. I am ecstatic. I am ecstatic now, but I'm focusing more on the embodiment and the empowerment, grounding that energy, and then going from there. So with that being said, E2 here, embodied and empowered. And may you be as well. E2 here, wishing you well.